Is it recording? I think it is. Might be. Maybe. Alright. I'll continue here. They tried their best. Thanks for their effort, even if it's wrong. And they are all wrong if you aren't keying here. I will paste the Arabic words, hadith, and you copy each word in Google Translate and check it one by one. You won't find it. And the Arabic will be from Muslim book 33. How can I tell? You say no mention of like right. It's like it's not even you know, I've already read this part, so I'm going to go back, go down a little bit here. Okay. Alright. You say, quote, if it says like a leech instead of how Sahih Muslim has it, I'll know the guy is lying. I think so. Again, if you find problem in the translation, you don't blame God, you blame the translator. Right. So where is this Sahih Muslim book 33 in Arabic, and how come it's translated wrong in all the Muslim sites of Sahih Muslim that I've gone to? How come? By the way, I have a Sunni Muslim site of my own to go to that has the Arabic of Muslim for this hadith, and I'm ready to compare it to whatever Sahih Muslim you bring. And by the way, I have a Sunni Muslim website of my own to go to that has the Arabic of Muslim for this hadith, and I'm ready to compare it to whatever Sahih Muslim you bring forward, or bring. I will still be interested. It will still be interesting to see if the Arabic you present matches it. And you go back to the real word and check it, what it may mean. Exactly. You say, quote, but I don't believe they talked with Solomon like the Quran says. You don't have to believe that. The point is still there. What? That ants keep up on current human events, and thus back then knew who King Solomon was? It just says Solomon. Really? Quran mentions things couldn't be known by human. Well, you know, well, we know now. And see that Mo believed ants were up on current human events, and that sperm is blood for 40 days before it becomes a blood clot or leech. You think an embryo becomes a leech? Do you think an embryo becomes chewed food? Think, O slave, the best of receivers. Think. How did Muhammad know such facts? Because he was a caveman? Those aren't facts. Those aren't, what you presented are caveman beliefs, for one thing. The sun never really sets either. Yet Mo believed that it not only set, it then prostrated under Allah's throne and then asked permission to rise again. You say, the ant says, oh ants. Oh ants, it's calling the ants. You do realize that ants are deaf, don't you? They feel vibrations through their feet. They don't hear ant voices. No one ant I say, hey, you all the ants. In Arabic it says ya ha amna. So this ya is tool for calling. You poor guy. Man. So an ant calling other ants and getting their attention. The hadith in Arabic, and it gives the Arabic. So it says, and it gives the Arabic, then it will be in that, like that, so there is no 40, and so again, it's misunderstood. Oh, excuse me, that was him talking. I had to put it on me. Sorry about that. False. Gotcha. Here is the Arabic from Sunnah.com. I put the Arabic. And 40 is there, for it says his mother for 40 days, and then be in the leech like that, and then have to chew it in like that, then sends King Vinfudge the spirit and words ordered for. By the way, I noticed it says such imbilic things as leech and chew, for then it becomes, quote, chewed food. This is proof that Muslims put a bunch of meanings for the clot to mean chewed food and leech. But here is how Sunnah.com has it in English. Quote, the constituents of one of you are collected for 40 days in his mother's womb in the form of blood, after which it becomes a clot of blood in another period of 40 days. Then it becomes a lump of flesh, and 40 days later Allah sends his angel to it with instructions concerning four things, you know. Yeah. You can translate the full hadith word by word. You will not see more than the first 40. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll put your Arabic into Google with mine and see if you're right. But they translated this like that as another 40, and that's why you are forcing it. No, I'm just going by what all English versions of Sahih Authentic Muslim Book 33 have it in English. That's all. And now I put the Arabic together. His with mine here. Yours is a second line of Arabic, and I noticed that unlike Sunnah.com, the Arabic you presented lacks the jots and tittles. How come? Where did you get it from? What site? By the way, both have it in English, where for 40 days the sperm is blood, then it becomes a leech and chew. Do you think that sounds scientific to you? Think, O slave of the best of deceivers. Think. And I present it. His mother for 40 days, and then be in the leech like that, and then have to chew it, like that, then sends King Vinfudge the spirit and words ordered for books and a living for him and his work, and naughty or happy. it loses total meaning when you put through Google Translate. It just becomes nuts. You say an idiot would not know that the sun is a source of light. What? An idiot would not know that the sun is a source of light. Well, the Bible says moon is also a source of light. And anyway, that wasn't my point, so leave it. Oh, excuse me, he's talking to a friend of mine. He said that. Okay, he's not talking to me. Okay, yeah. You say, guess what? In all of that, there is no mention of Sahih, authentic Muslim Hadith, Book 33, number 6590, that says what? Oh, I remember. This is in reference to that site you sent me that tried to get us to believe it's like a leech an embryo becomes. Not a blood clot an embryo becomes. It does not mention the hadith which says 40 and 40 and 40. I didn't see it. Are you taking line for all it here? Well, I'll go back and look for it even harder, okay? So even if not some references, the hadith is still there. The hadith is in Muslim and Bukhari and other hadith books. Hey, you're right. It does mention Bukhari and Muslim. And it even mentions Muslim Book 33. I'm copying and pasting it to see and seeing if it has it the way all Muslim Book 33s have it, okay? From that site you sent me to. Okay. Moving on to the next development. Razi describes the Magda as being a little piece of meat the size of what a man can chew. A little piece of meat? Okay. The idea that mugda means chewed flesh is a later and less accurate translation of the word. You think? Yeah, you think? Well, how come so many Muslims have it as chewed food? But the idea has persisted because it is claimed that the Semites, from which the backbone and other trunk structures developed, bear a passing resemblance to teeth marks implanted in plasticine. So, why does it say becomes instead of like chewed food? Think, O slave, the best of deceivers. Think. It must be said that not only is this an imaginative interpretation, you mean false one, however, but besides, more cannot claim that, oh, you know something? I'm going to stop right here because I'm losing, yeah, I got to stop here.